Hello. You know, a lot of people, a lot of believers be on YouTube. Yeah, we got to become one with God, become one with the Word. A lot of people say that they love God and they come on here and as soon as they hear something about God, they go off. I guess they assume that I am like the rest. But they don't even give me a chance to talk, to speak. They don't even give me a chance to, break it down. And all they know is, oh, she's talking about God, and they just fly off. But one thing about it is, I am not like the rest. I am totally set apart. If you was a fly on the wall, you would see how set apart I am from the world. I am in the world, but I'm not of the world. We got to become one with God. I have become one with God Almighty. I understand what isolation means now. And you can't rush greatness. Man timing is not like God timing, right? Yes, God created it. God created us in his image. When he first created us, we was perfect. We was good. We never been hurt before. Until lies came about. You know a lie has no resting place. And if somebody come to you with lies and you believe them, and a lie has no resting place in you, it will trouble you, You have to get it out. Yeah. Lies is of the devil. The devil, he's the father of all lies. So if you are lying, if you can hear yourself talking, if you are lying, you need to stop. Start right there. Some people be like, I have a lying problem. Okay, solve it. Go to God and confess. Confess your sins. Go to God and confess that you got a lying problem. Go to God, And some people would say, okay, I have a stealing problem. Okay, thank you for being honest. Now you got to go to God and say, Lord, I have a stealing problem. There are lots of problems out there. Some would say, I just can't get along with people. That's a problem. Because God wants us to love one another, right? Like what they do to you, but please God. Don't you know pleasing God would make so many people that are dark, that are in the dark mad at you? And if you don't walk by faith, you're gonna be walking by sight. If you don't walk by faith, you're gonna be looking at the people like, oh, you hate them, you mad at me, you jealous, and you might, end up fussing back with them. But you gotta walk by faith. You gotta know that this happened to Cain. This happened to Abel too. Abel please God. Anytime you down here looking good, walking it and talking in it, you walk it and you talk it, and you truthful for real, and you faithful. You know, every time you get somebody, you do the right thing by them, and you know, here come Cain. Cain jealous of your works with God, but see, you gotta walk. You gotta walk in faith. You gotta be like, oh, okay, I know what's going on. You know, he's sleep. He he's this one in sin. This one right here don't know God. You know, even though Cain did know God, but some people know God and still don't get it right. The devil knew God and he didn't get it right. He knew about him, but he just couldn't walk it. He couldn't walk it. He couldn't walk it. You know, that's like deceiving stuff. That's like you got your title on there saying woman of God, man of God. And then you be like, well, I like that. That's let me get that. Then when you get it, it's not it's not what it said it was. You tricked me. You deceived me. I got deceived so many times by that stuff. Man would come in my life and be like, I know God. I like, okay, good, because I don't want to be unequally yoked. And when they came in my life, even my own son figured out they would say they know God just to get close to me. My own son figured it out, and he's not a believer. I know, right? Ain't that crazy? My own seed. Because when I had him, I did the best I could. When I had him, I was asleep spiritually. I didn't. He saw me do some stupid stuff. Every time you're in the dark, you do stupid stuff. You wanna, you think you got somebody, you like, baby, look, meet your new stepdaddy. And next thing you know, y'all broke up. And you find yourself telling your son or your daughter, meet Jimmy. And then it don't work with Jimmy. Meet Terry. It don't work with Terry. Meet Tony. It don't work with Tony. And you like, you know what? I'm not going to even tell my son. I had got to the point where I'm not even going to tell him when I meet somebody no more. Because every time I had thought I found somebody that said they was a believer or thought they was good for me, it didn't work. So I decided to, okay, I decided to go to God. Because I read in the Bible where it said, who God put together, let no man separate. I really want him. Oh, you know, like I'm going through all this for mines, y'all. I could be in a hotel room. I could be in a house. I could get a regular job. I could work a 9 to 5. I could do all that, but God called me, set me apart from the world. The world, they work. They got jobs. On those jobs, it's so much devil, man. I can't breathe. You know what I'm saying? And I be the only one be like, peace be still. The only one in there talking about God, and they look at me like, shut up. And I'm like, they like, we don't talk about God on the jobs. And I'm like, oh. And I said, well, y'all talk about everything else. So y'all talk about sex, y'all talk about, y'all be cursing, y'all be stealing. Why can't I talk about God on the job? That's what the job needs. Need God. God is love, And it's like, even they trying to take God out of schools. It's like, why are you trying to take God out of this? God is the reason why you exist, you know? And And so God called me off from them jobs. I was a hard worker. Yeah. What am I supposed to do? God said, Rosa. I'm like, yes, sir. So I came off the job and I'm going through all of this for my stuff. Some go the easy way, some go the quick way, some go, some go the back way, some go the side way. But guess what? I'm going to go God way. And going God way, a lot of people ain't going to want to go God way because they're going to have to sacrifice and turn from their wicked ways and stop hanging with the crowd. And baby, I gotta go get my stuff. You can be mad at me all you want to. I got to go to the other side. I don't like this side anyway. You feel me? So it's like I'm going through all this, carrying my cross. I'm running with my cross. Only because I said, Lord, I want my stuff. What you got for me? Whatever you got for me, I want it. And I had to pick up my cross and deny myself, because you think I want to be talking to you with my tooth like this? Some people I be seeing on YouTube or on TV and stuff. They just be making videos. They don't talk, they don't smile because of their teeth. I'm not letting nothing stop me from talking about God. I'm not letting nothing stop me from getting to my stuff. Because I love God with all my heart. Don't you love God with all your heart? And it's like so many people claim that they love God. That's why God said, you people love me with your mouth, but your hearts are far from me. He ain't lying. He talking about you. Yeah. Yeah. Where your heart at then? Where's your heart, babe? Or should I say, who got your heart? Either God got it or the enemy got it. A man can be a man and a woman can be your worst enemies. Your family can be your worst enemies. I'm not gonna give my heart to no enemy. No, I love you, but guess what? I put God first. I love the Lord with all my heart, and it's like they get mad at you and they be like, "We family, we family. You supposed to take care of me. You supposed to look out for me. When I need money, you supposed to help me." And we're family all over the world then. You know what I'm saying? You know it's hard on everybody. You know what I'm saying? You know everybody ain't got we got to work from paycheck to paycheck. You know that. Okay, so let me just go to God. Figure out what's going on. Then I can help you the right way. Other than that, I ain't got no silver and gold. I have not. So that's mainly what your family be after. They be like, they find out you got some money, they coming. People who coming out the woodworks. What's up, cuz? Cuz, I heard you got that bread, cuz. Let me hold some, cuz. Guess what? God gonna make me rich. God make me rich. That means I went the long way. I didn't have nobody didn't make me, no man make me rich, because no man didn't do anything for me. Yes, I even got my Cash App out on some of my apps. Nobody send me no money on my Cash Apps. Y'all don't send me anything. Nothing, zero. God is taking care of me. Whenever God wants somebody to send me something, then they'll send it. What's wrong with sending me something? You know what I'm saying? This good ground. I don't do drugs. Talking about, oh my God. You know? I mean, somebody help you. You know what I'm saying? The least you can do is help them back, right? You gonna be a user, a taker? You gonna take advantage of people helping you? It's like if you help me open up my eyes, I'm gonna be so happy. I'm gonna want to bless you because I was on the wrong side and didn't even know it. So if I decide to put my cash app on any of these apps, I ain't saying whoever see it, I ain't saying, oh, help me, help me, help me. I'm not saying that. I just said whoever feel in their heart, if they want to be a blessing, they can. If you don't feel it, then don't send it because you gotta wanna you gotta be a cheerful giver. You gotta give because you gotta not grudgingly. Like, oh, here she go, you know. I don't know. God take care of me, you know. If you send me $1, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But then again, you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. You know? So, but one thing I know, when God say do something, you gonna do it. Yeah. God made man. If I want anything, all I gotta do is go to God. And once I go to God, guess what God gonna do? He made man. He can control man. God in control. Man think they in control, but they not. So every time when I was at church today, my tooth tried to start hurting, and I prayed, and I said, this tooth, it makes me pray. Every time I pray, God takes the pain away, but I do need to get it out. That's the only bad tooth in my mouth, and it's the front tooth. I would love to get it out, but then again, I don't want to be on here with one tooth missing, you know? God is my witness. I found the paper. I found the paper, but I don't know how much it's gonna cost to get a partial. I don't know how much it's gonna cost to get a root canal and a crown. I don't know how much it's gonna cost to take. I gotta take the tooth out and get a partial. I gotta get something else in the right there because I ain't gonna be able to be coming on here with one tooth missing, y'all. In the front, I love God. I do. I love talking about God, but I feel like if I get this tooth pulled, y'all ain't gonna see me until I until I get another tooth right there. Cause I'm not gonna be on this thing talking to y'all with a missing tooth in the front. No, y'all already pick at me enough with this crack in it. So I mean, I rather let y'all laugh with the crack laugh at the crack, see? Then laugh at me with it's gone. Out of all things on my body, it had to be my teeth. You know, God know how to humble you, don't he? That's the only thing I don't like about my body. You know, the only thing I don't like. But I'm grateful that I you know, still have some teeth. That lets you know I've been through a lot. I don't have no side teeth. I had to learn how to love myself with my messed up teeth. I love myself though. I'm so glad you can buy teeth. The movie stars do it. Yeah. Yeah, they do it. They got bad teeth too. I think Lil Wayne had some bad teeth. Um, I don't know, but I know they be buying fake teeth. They be buying teeth. It's okay to buy teeth, get your teeth About get all these out and get, uh, cause when you get old, you ain't gonna have no teeth. Your teeth gonna fall out. And then what? Your mama, you still love your grandma. She ain't got no teeth. You know, I'm your, I could be your, I'm like my nickname, Fat Mama. Instead of talking about my teeth, you know, instead of talking about my teeth, I ain't talking about your, I don't care if you talking about my teeth, but your grandma, your parents, they teeth get come out, and you still love them. You still love me with my crack tooth. Still love me. You know, I didn't know. I didn't want my teeth to be like this. I just want God to just. I'm patient. I don't want. I ain't gonna say what I want, but I just want. I just want His will to be done. That's what I do. I do want, and I'm not gonna let this too stop me from talking about God. But if I get it pulled, y'all ain't gonna see me on here in a minute. But yeah, we gotta become one with God. Okay. I talk about God. Plus, I talk about how to get to God, how to be on one accord with God, how to fall in love with God, how to give God all your heart, how to give God all your mind. I don't just talk about God, but I do. I talk about my story, how I got connected to God, how me and God became one. How He started blessing me with spiritual gifts. I received the growth from God. I know what it feels like. Nobody else know what it feels like, or because they not in your body. And it's like they sleep. You want to tell them, you want to help them. That's why you got to be patient with them, because I had to figure out how to talk to people, because when I got saved, that didn't mean they were saved. They were still lost. And God started working on me and still working on me. I'm in isolation. He's still preparing me. He's fixing what man broke when man was in the dark. So I'd rather just stay with God and do what God wants me to do, and continue to grow and love on God and be. God is making me new. And then when He blessed me with all that money that I saw in my dreams, when He blessed me with my money, then I'm gonna get my tooth fixed. Then nobody won't have nothing to talk about me. They won't have nothing bad to say about me. I wonder what they're gonna say when I get my teeth fixed. They ain't gonna have nothing to say. They're gonna be speechless. Like they're gonna be like, they gonna devil look for fault. He look for something that's messed up. He look like, and then he pick at your parts on your body that's messed up. But that's how you know people walking by sight. That's how you know they sleeping in the dark and don't know God. Kids do that. Kids do that. Or better yet, Ishmael. Ishmael was a bully. He was jealous. Same father, different mamas. You know. But I love y'all. I do. Even if anyone says something crazy about my tooth, I forgive you. Because children gonna be children. You gotta be born again. You gotta walk by faith and not by sight. So with that being said, I love you with the love of God. And y'all have a blessed day. I'll be back. Thank you for watching and listening. I love you. Bye. Bye for now.